Hey guys, and welcome back to the final part of Metroid Fusion. The government is on its way, so we gotta divert the course of this particular space station to slam into the planet and remove the X threat. So let's go get that done.
So, yeah, like I said last time, I have a few questions with this, especially considering what we know now. Now, in this game, obviously, they said, like, oh, well, Adam made this great sacrifice and things like that. And it turns out, you know, this computer is seemingly Adam as well, like the actual one. So I'm sitting here going, okay, we know this, but we know in the other Metroid, other M, that what happened in that game was that Adam pushed, you know, Samus aside to detach part of the battleship to destroy all the Metroids and save everyone. Where in the fuck did they get his mental memory patterns in order to do this with a computer? Where did they do that?
The only alternative I can think of is that the AI is trying to manipulate Samus because someone else is like controlling it, someone who doesn't have the government's best interests in mind.
That's also possible, yeah, and that could definitely be considered. Or if it was like the actual Adam, I can only assume like ahead of time he decided to sign up for this put my brain in a fucking computer if I die program, you know?
Yes, the GLaDOS initiative.
Well, I'm glad she finally got some good use, you know, after she got shut down all those years back.
There's a few more upgrades to get, and at this point I was kind of worried because I was like 2 ahead, as I said earlier in the playthrough, but I just decided to soldier on and get it done.
I just hope we don't run into any Metroids on the way.
Well, don't forget the multiple SAXs that are supposedly bopping about.
That's true. Thank God they didn't decide to team up and come after us all at once, though.
Thankfully they didn't decide to animate them, so I think we're in the clear.
I'm pretty sure there's like a mod that sends like multiple ones of those after you.
Metroid Fusion Nightmare Mode. I'd play it for about 10 seconds and then turn it off and play an easier game.
Yeah, I'll try to 100% that, bitch.
I don't need to use super duper ice missiles to open doors, but I'm going to. This is the end game, damn it.
The secret save room that we found.
A couple of tricky Shine Spark sections coming up here, so again, I hope you've been practicing.
I didn't even know about this area. Let's see what we got here. Well, more of these, because we've been so responsible with them beforehand.
Well, there's only like 2 more energy tanks, and I think either... yeah, 1 more pack of missiles, maybe.
Yeah, you know, 250, that would be a nice good number. I bet all these enemies are super embarrassed now, because they thought they were such a threat, but now Samus is just charging through, killing them all really instantly. Do we really have to go out there and face her? I mean, come on.
Oh, why do we have to be in this kill streak corridor? That ain't fair. Now, this bit's tricky, because I always lose the Shine Spark here. You gotta quickly space jump up here. Then you gotta Shine Spark here, run along here, roll here, crouch again, and then boom, go up here.
That is just... I don't know how the fuck you would figure that out without an FAQ. Like, I'm gonna assume they copied that straight out of the strategy guide, because that seems like shit nobody would be able to figure out on their own.
Well, it's expert tier play, that is. I doubt they expect you to get that until the end game.
Well, yeah, and I suppose if you've been playing Metroid for years, you'd have an eye for that kind of stuff, which is understandable.
Child's play, darling, child's play.
This keeps playing this triumphant music even though everything's going to pot.
This is the end game theme.
It is a pretty good theme, I really like it, so I mean, if something has to play, it should be this music.
I should point out, that's my name for the theme. I'm not just like pointing out like the music is playing now, I'm not that dull.
At least the AC is working, though.
Yeah, thank God for that. Face me, Samus! Face me! Oh, Jesus!
Finally, we have laid that threat to rest.
I don't think we've dealt with the scientists at all. Oh well, they can rot in peace.
Well, I mean, they'll have to. We can't really cure them, you know?
Don't think we ever pointed this out either, but I believe you get 2 power bombs for every upgrade.
And these things are just everywhere at this point.
Got Tro.
Oh! I do love a good Shine Spark. Like I said, I kind of wish you had the ability to do that on command, but oh well.
Yeah, just make a casual version of Metroid. You don't need to be skilled to activate these abilities. Just give them to me now.
Oh, don't worry, the next Metroid games will probably be like that.
No, I have faith that Nintendo aren't that shitty.
Yeah, like, I say that, but I do also really think that Nintendo would not stoop that low. They're experimenting with, modern trends like DLC and things like that. Like, actually, at the time of this recording, somebody translated Sakurai's, thoughts on DLC, and he was always calling them like, oh, well, it's this big scam where they just kind of chop out pieces of the game and sell it to you, piecemeal that way. And I totally agree, it's bullshit, so I'm glad he's against that.
Yeah, he basically... Well, he and his team created Smash, then after that, only then when that's done and fully complete 100%, did they decide to work on additional content. And that's the way it should be. You shouldn't be chopping out bits of the game. It's just not right.
Yeah, I mean, like, if you've got any sort of sense in your wallet, you wouldn't be buying that shit anyway. Well, if you don't feel it's good enough for me to get it at the base game, it must not be good enough to buy. That's my thoughts.
Yeah, pretty much.
I wonder if they'll ever add, like, I don't know, maybe like a DLC for Metroid characters to show up in Smash. I mean, everybody keeps asking for Rundus because he's something,
No, I keep asking for Rundus. You're getting confused there.
Hey, you're not the only one. I've heard a lot of a demand for Rundus.
Well, Rundus, one of the other hunters from, well, Metroid hunters, I guess. I understand if you can't bring Ridley in, but Fucking Metroid. Samus or Zero Suit Samus, I can't believe I made that faux pas. And that wasn't even as a joke either.
Metroid's my favorite character.
Fuck off, Helldragon. Master Chief. We can't just have Master Chief to represent the Metroid franchise. We need, one of the other hunters at least.
I just love it when he gets so flustered. That clever bitch was hiding this from me this whole time.
Oh, this is the room I was talking about. The Trial of the Shine Spark run.
Oh man, this already looks confusing, ugh.
Okay, run back here. Duck down. Shoot in midair just to give you a bit of space and then, slide into the wall.
Man, I can just imagine, the experts having a field day on this kind of room, though.
Okay, now you have to chain Shine Spark runs. Remember, I'm having a hard time, describing this. You've basically got to boost into the ramp so you can, start running, and then you just got to, duck down right at the end, jump up without activating the Shine Spark, and just carry that on, right to the end.
I have to question, if they put all this effort into making these really complicated rooms, why they couldn't expand the rest of the game to have more sequence breaking. And part of it I do understand is this whole story kind of thing, but you would think that, after the first time, everybody would know the story, so the reason to come back would be for these sequence breaks.
Well, you gotta remember that at the time there hadn't been a 2D Metroid for years, so I guess they were trying to reacclimatize people.
I suppose, I don't know, but you've been able to sequence break, even fairly early on in the Metroid series as a whole, so I don't know.
Alright, we only need one more energy tank, and I think we've got all the missiles now.
But where is that energy tank, though? And it's probably in a place that is no doubt to avoid my presence if I were to ever try and go after it.
We go to change the course of the BSL, and bada bing, there's the SAX holding the last energy tank.
You want this, don't you? You fucking bitch. Well, I'm more of an it than anything. I'm gonna fucking kill you!
Well, it is in the word bitch, so have at you. Power bombs. For one, you want to do more than simply just morph ball bomb.
Yeah, I don't want to blow everything up. I want to blow everything up and make them remember it.
Oh yeah.
Take that, ceiling. Giving me fucking shit.
The sky just makes me angry. I don't know what to tell you.
I've always been angry at the sky, too. That's why I want to light the sky on fire.
Whoosh. Swing and a miss, Helldragon. Swing and a miss.
Well, I keep forgetting you're not cultured, so...
I'm just going to ignore that one. Moving on.
Ignore it because it's true.
Run away from the lies. Oh, I think there's a really nasty section coming up here.
Is it another one of those shine spark things?
It's more of like you have to use the screw attack / space jump to get through a maze.
Well, that sounds less bad than the shine spark thing, to be honest.
It's a maze of collapsible blocks.
Okay, that can be pretty annoying.
And there are 2 things to get in here, actually. Pretty much everything you see here is a collapsible block.
Oh boy, really?
Yeah, if I powerbombed this place, you'd be able to see just how bad it is. There's just one more. We're going to go another way this time. We're going to take the top route.
That's a lot of option in your gameplay right there. Nope, 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 you fucking nope, nope, I'm gonna get fucking, you fucking asshole, there we go.
Commentary by the Hell Dragon. He is available for bar mitzvahs.
And so that's everything?
I think we're missing a power bomb or 2, but yeah, pretty much.
Alright. Adam's gonna be so jealous.
Oh, Adam. You pretty much wasted your life blowing up that thing when you could have just, like, what kind of sector can only be detached by, like, pressing a button from the inside?
Yeah, I think we've all asked this question quite a bit when it comes to that game. It's just like, it's one of those kind of stories that runs on, you know, idiot balls, plot holes, things like that. It's just a bad form in general.
I think we should pat ourselves on the back here. We didn't shit on Aran nearly as much as we could have. Let's wait until the playthrough of that, shall we?
Oh my god, are you really considering it?
Well, that's a maybe right now.
That is a heavily underlined, bolded maybe, you know, when it comes to that.
Adam's got nothing more to say to us at this point. We have basically our objective, which is, you know, to redirect the BSL. Other than that, we just got to get on with stuff.
Although it would be funny if you were to go back and talk to him again, and he's like, "The fuck are you waiting around for? Go do it."
Oh no, the government's here. Final boss, the government.
The government has like a huge health bar because he's represented by constituents. This little nice soft music to prepare us for the final battle.
Ah, it's calming.
Relaxing, yes.
Sometimes you forget that you've recorded 12 videos in a row.
Yeah, you can tell, can't you?
No, we just decided to go with a more casual demeanour for this playthrough. So if it seems like we're goofing off, I apologise, but it's the best for this kind of like story light kind of game. And story light in quotation marks, because by Metroid standards, it's fucking bloated.
Just ruined that X's day, you know, he's all bound up, he's nice, and now we gotta go kill him.
Another one of these trick rooms.
I've actually gotten this one, I remember that.
And there we go, that's pretty much everything.
Alright, 100% is go. Now, let's go kill some fucking SAX, eh?
Indeed, Mr. Canadian Dragon. And again, if I've missed anything, I apologise. I did my damnedest to make sure I edited the footage correctly. If you've missed anything, let me know, and I will help you find it.
Never open that room and we're never gonna know what's in there.
Oh no, my pseudo-OCD is going crazy.
What's that way? We don't care, we got stuff to do. Alright. Man, I remember being, well, as tense as I usually get when it comes to these kind of final bosses, but the SAX in particular was really important because now's the chance to finally see who is the better of the two.
Now the fight is going to trigger when you get close to the door, so be ready and get that charge beam a-charging.
Now again, due to the AI, the SAX will follow you around, like flipping towards you and shooting its beam, and if you do it right, and I've done this like once or twice, you can basically catch it in a loop where all it can do is stop, get hit, go to the next spot, stop, get hit, things like that. I've seen people trap it on stuff, but I've never been able to do that reliably. So my best advice is just kind of keep moving around, jumping over its head, things like that. Sometimes it will actually jump up in your face and actually hit you and do damage to you, so you gotta watch out for that.
After like 15 or so hits, it will basically degrade into its second form, which is honestly easier.
Yeah, the second form is a complete joke. I have no idea why. All it does is hop around. It doesn't even use any of its technology. I get that it's feral, but you think it would still be able to shoot some stuff.
I only landed there because I couldn't see where it was jumping to.
Yeah, that's really kind of the only problem here. Otherwise, it folds super easy.
Now, the trick to beating the Core X here is get on this platform, and since it likes to chase you, there's literally nothing it can do. Look, it's stuck right there.
Yeah, the all-powerful SAX, everybody.
This is so satisfying.
Just completely humiliated for all the shit it's put you throughout the game.
And the coup de grace, there we go. Let's get our powers back.
I'll be taking that. Hey!
I'll see you later, I guess. I bet we're bound to run into each other before the end of the game.
Yeah, well, I guess it's not truly important. We kind of have to set this place to blow.
Propulsion sequence activated. Destination, planet SR-388.
Gonna nuke the fuck out of that place.
Let's blow this popsicle stand. Now, I've actually seen in another game, Zero Mission, I've actually seen somebody kill Mother Brain, go back into the level, find that first mini-boss, kill it, get the charge beam, and then run out, all before time goes up.
Just like completely taking the piss out of the time limit.
Yeah, it's hilarious, actually. Like, you should look that up if you haven't seen that.
Alright, mission objective, get back to the ship, and don't dilly-dally.
Yeah. Just kind of Samus doing a little silly run. It's not as good as the other escape music, though, since, you know, usually Ridley gets the really good music. They couldn't really use the Neo Ridley music for this, I think.
Flame was right, the GBA sound font just doesn't work sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes, but as a whole, I still found it did pretty decent music. Just gotta show off one last time before we go out.
Oh, you just had to blow up this corridor so we can't speed boost through it. Thanks, SAX, you petty piece of shit.
Holes don't mean shit to me, though.
Wait, where's my ship? Why is there a giant cocoon here?
Oh, baby!
It's an Omega Metroid, and if you've played Metroid 2, Return of Samus, this thing is pretty much an upgrade over that. They were nowhere near this big or powerful.
Yeah, you can't damage it in this stage, just get hit by it so you can trigger this bit right here, where the SAX, surprisingly, reforms and tries to kill it for you.
Well, it's not trying to kill it for us, it's just that it needs to kill. You know, the X and Metroids hate each other, it's just a natural rivalry resurfacing. But thankfully, it works out in our favour, and we get to fight what is sadly a kind of underwhelming final boss. You charge your ice thing, you run in, you fire, you back off. After a few times, this thing will back off, and you can get a few more shots in.
Yeah, if you get hit by the claw, it does take off a whole energy tank and knocks you back, giving you a moment to have to recover while the timer goes down. So do watch out for that. Other than that, it's just, you know, angle that ice beam and just let them have it, really.
I do like the colours, they remind me of the Rystar bosses.
And there we go, it's done and dusted. Fuck you!
I didn't actually have to shoot it in the face, but the timing was perfect, I think.
Oh shit, I knew I missed something, sorry.
And the thing is, they kind of had to make the boss sort of easy because you're on a time limit here.
That's true, yeah, but other than that, you know, the SAX is really the true final boss, and I think that's pretty satisfying.
Yeah, pretty much. Not the hardest Metroid game in the world, but for what it was, I had fun with it. See you in hell, SR-388.
You motherfucker.
Samus, the notorious blower-up of planets person.
She should be a bounty hunter for planets that have outlived their usefulness, because she keeps blowing them the fuck up, you know?
Uh-huh. Okay, mate, just to avoid, like, rambling tangents and such, describe how you feel about Metroid Fusion in 10 words or less. I'll give you a little bit of time to think if you need to.
It has its problems, but it's still a fantastic Metroid game.
It has its problems, but it's still a fantastic Metroid. You may have gone over 10 there.
I don't give a shit. Give me your opinion. Come on.
Alright, I'll grant you 11 or 12 words. It's alright. Metroid Fusion. Pretty linear, packed with story, but still good.
Now you need to say that without using the letter E.
Oh, son of a bitch. It's like, you know, it's more linear and railroady than the average Metroid game, but it's still a good game. You know, the bosses are fun, for the most part, looking at you, Plant Core X. You know, the power-ups are decent, the level design's pretty fun, great music here and there. It's just that people didn't really care for it being, like, linear compared to Super Metroid and the like, and the story just divisive. You know, it's Metroid. It's mostly meant to be a kind of like atmospheric, claustrophobic, alone kind of experience, and no one really needs an AI butting in and telling you what to do, I guess.
really, I think time has vindicated this game, especially compared to other games. But yeah, Fusion is a fantastic game, and I'm really glad to have the chance to ramble over it and tell you what I thought about it.
Well, that's what you kind of have to do when it's, again, a story-light kind of game. Well, story-heavy by Metroid standards, but I'm just kind of reusing commentary at this point. We want to thank you guys for sitting through this rambling experience, as Hell Dragon put it, and maybe we'll return to the Metroid franchise again sometime. We'll see you next time for another HFC playthrough. Bye-bye for now.
See you later.